The Acolyte released in full force, bringing along with it one of the biggest twists in recent Star Wars memory. But with a premiere that clocks in at over an hour long, there's a lot for fans to wrap their heads around. So let's run through it all again and simplify it as best we can. May was long thought to be the sole main character of the series, the Acolyte. She would be hunting down and killing Jedi while a select group from the Jedi Order investigated the murders and pursued these mysterious Force users across the galaxy. However, the premiere quickly tells us that this isn't the case. In fact, the series will be dual-led by both May and Osha, both played by Amandla Stenberg. May and Osha Anastasia are twins from the planet Brendok. That last name is important, but I'm going to get to that later. 16 years ago, a fire started, which is widely accepted to have been caused by May. This fire was believed to have killed everyone except for Osha, including May, their mother, and the entire village. May obviously survived, and while we don't know what she's been up to for this entire time, I'm sure we'll learn more about it throughout the rest of the series. After the fire, Osha was taken to the Jedi Temple on Coruscant by Master Sol and Master Andara at the age of 8 years old, and despite concern from the Jedi Council over both her age and grief towards losing her home, Osha would go on to train as a Jedi before eventually becoming the Padawan of Master Sol. But after 10 years in the Order, and her inability to deal with her emotions and grief, Osha left the Order, traveling the galaxy as a mechanic, or a freelance mechanic. When we meet Osha in the premiere, she's been doing this for 6 years. Although she's immediately assumed guilty of Master Andara's death based solely on her appearance, the revelation that her twin sister is in fact still alive quickly clears her name. During the 16-year span, it can only be assumed that May survived somehow and eventually came into contact with this mysterious masked Dark Lord, who saw her potential as a Force-sensitive assassin with the rage and anger to take down the Jedi Order. For a reason unknown, she's been biding her time, waiting 16 years to finally make her move against the Jedi, but she quickly proves her value, killing both Master Andara and Master Torben in the premiere. What's interesting though is that both May and Osha had operated under the assumption for the past 16 years that the other had died in the fire. For Osha it makes more sense, as they all saw May supposedly die. But for May, perhaps somebody had been feeding her lies, placing the blame on the Jedi and garnering a hatred for them. Or perhaps she just woke up from the fire and found Osha missing and assumed the worst. Only time will tell. Like I mentioned earlier, the reason that last name is important is because another character, Mother Anastasia, was included in Lucasfilm's promotion for the show. However, Mother is more of a title for her rather than a description of her relationship to May and Osha. She appeared in the footage as a spiritual leader preaching against the use of the Force with a white, circular mark on her forehead, the same one seen on May in the premiere. While it's possible that these scenes of the Mother are all flashbacks, as we know the show will include multiple flashbacks with the early death of Master Andara in the premiere despite there being more scenes of her in the trailers, it's also possible, and I'd even go as far as to say probable, that the Mother survived the fire as well, and that the circular mark is confirmation that May is not only aware of this, but has been in cahoots with her mother this entire time. What did you think of the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for coverage of the series as a new episode premieres every week, and remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you. Always.